What's up, guys? This is Market Omega back at it again this Friday with another weekly recap. I'll be going over trades from this week, so without further ado, let's go. All right, guys, so what do we have here? This week has been crazy. We've had a really phenomenal week. There's plenty of momentum, plenty of action in the small cap, even large cap market. So just take a look at the SPY. We're still on our way to the promised land, just like I thought. So right now we're at 292. If you watched my previous videos, I actually said that I think we hit 400. Actually maybe 420 before the end of March. So we're actually on our way. So basically, looks like Biden is doing the work. He just secured about 200 million vaccines. And the stimulus is getting close to passing, so I actually think they're going to pass it. They definitely have to pass it before the end of March. That's a foregone conclusion at this point. Like I just think they're going to pass it. In my opinion. So what happens is eventually when they pass the stimulus, there's more money injected into the economy. People have more funds now. They can buy. They can pay off debt. Merchants do better. Small business do better, and then all of that sort of trickles down into the economy, and then the market does better. So that's kind of like the fundamental gist of everything, right? It doesn't always work like that, but we kind of hope that that's what happens, right? So, looking at the SPY, we were just like in this range bound area right here, and then, we're slowly starting to break out. So, I actually think we continue to the upside, 420. All right. So, back to the small cap market. So, we had OCGN. So, throughout this week, guys, I never really traded as much. I didn't really trade as much because I had a lot of stuff to do, and I'll be giving you guys an announcement by the end of this video. Okay, sort of a major announcement, not the main announcement, but it's a side announcement. But just stay tuned towards the end of this video. I have something to announce to you guys, and that kind of explains a lot of my absence throughout the week. But with regards to trades, I still managed to get a few trades in there, especially OCGN. OCGN was a beauty, man. This stock was just a beauty. Jeez. Crazy rip to the upside, halts, continued onwards. And, normally when I see moves like this, I just think dip buy. Just buy the dip, right? Just buy the dip and then sell the rip. So the stock it did chop around a little bit because just right here it was chopping around, and I actually thought this thing was just going to fade, but chopped around and then ripped. So I'm pretty sure a lot of shorts were caught by surprise because they were thinking this thing was going to fade to the downside, but then it turned around and ripped. So they had to cover, and that creates this the squeeze. So looking at the previous day, this thing was threes. It was in the threes and went all the way from the threes to $18. Okay, so it's about 600% in 24 hours. That's crazy. All right, that is really crazy. So, you want to take advantage of move like this. Don't fight the trend, right? If the trend is to the upside, just don't fight the trend. The trend is your friend. Okay. Now, the way I traded this, initially I actually thought it was going to open and fade, honestly, because this was like a day two. I'm thinking this thing will probably open and fade, or maybe pop a little bit and short slam it down, and then, it kind of fades. But it ripped. So, when you get this type of rip, you just want to, I normally just buy the pullbacks, right? So buy the pullbacks and just, just ride the trend to the upside. So it was really good. I just longed on dips. And then we had AEZS as well. So AEZS, same thing. Where was that? So it was right here. So what I did, basically, I just bought the rips. I'm sorry, I bought the dips. You don't want to buy the rips, guys. You're going to get ripped. All right, you're going to get dumped on if you're trying to buy the rip. So I basically just bought the dips or the rips, and that's nice orderly movement right there. This thing went from $1.20 all the way to $3.62, so that's great. And now on the 9th, we had AUVI, which is just totally bonkers. Like this thing was just ridiculous. It was ridiculous. Okay, it was so ridiculous. I mean, this thing was like at 4. Okay, yeah, actually, it was right, 5s, right? It was in the 5s. And when the market opened, it literally opened around 8, washed out, and then turned around and just destroyed every short in sight. This thing just went nuts. If you're shorting this thing, you just got blown out. Like, if your strategy is just short, add short, you just got blown out. So this thing just ripped, and normally when I see rips like this, I just add on dips. That's my strategy, basically. I mean, I got other strategies, obviously, but one of it is just basically just adding dips. All right, so this was really good. Oh, I just got a text message from one of my friends. He said $30 more to 25K. Nice, nice, dude. Man, that's good. Way to get out of PDT. All right. So AUVI, this was crazy. Got the rip, got the halts, opened, washed out, ripped. Got the downside halts, right? And when you see the downside halt, I'm sure shorts are going to try to slam this thing. And then it comes out, stops them out, squeezes, keeps on going. So this was great. It was a really, really nice move, okay? Now, with AUVI, right? Like AUVI, I didn't catch it throughout, right? Because I was like, it was like I was having meetings. I mean, literally, I was literally having meetings, right? And I chose the perfect day to have meetings. I didn't catch this whole move, but I came back and I was like, when I came back to my desk, it was like midday. So I was just buying the dips on these things, okay? This was just like a dip buy trade. And it worked out pretty well. It just kept holding and then kept ripping. So I missed a lot of these moves, but then I caught majority. Well, I missed majority of the move, but I caught some. And also, I think BSQR was another one. BSQR, let's take a look at that. Let's see. So BSQR, BSQR is crazy too. Just out of nowhere, just open from 6 all the way to 11. It almost touched 1150. This thing went from like 6 to 11. That's almost 100%. So that's a crazy move right there. That's a crazy move. So that was that. Now, we also had another crazy move. I mean, guys, this whole week has just been ridiculous. Like, you have people having their best week ever, best month. Like, this whole month, I mean, you have people that have been having their career day, career weeks, career months, right? I mean, this has just been crazy, man. I don't know how to explain this action, man. It's just been ridiculous. This one went from, BPTH went from 6s all the way to 24. I mean, these are like back-to-back days. Crazy moves, okay? That was crazy. Now, what I wanted to see though is I don't like seeing these type of one day rocket ships. I don't like that. I want like a sustained momentum continuation where you have a rip one day, the next day it keeps ripping, and then it just continues like that. I don't like this crazy rips and then just fades to oblivion. Okay, but all in all, just you can still capture the move right here to the upside. And you had AUVI as well on the 10th, which is a continuation. Where's that? Yeah, but it didn't really do much. Just open, popped up, and the shorts slammed it, and then it faded. Let's see. There's AYRO. Got AYRO. One sec here. No, it's too. Where was AYRO here? Get rid of some of these older drawings right there. Let's see, right here. So AYRO, right? So AYRO is a crazy move. It was a crazy midday move right there. It just ripped. This thing just ripped. I don't even know if they had any news really. Did they have news? Yeah, that was like. Wait, actually, no. There was no news on this. This was just like a EV, sympathy play, right? But I mean, you hardly see sympathy plays move like this, like move from like 7 to 11 like that. Normally they just have like this little pop and then they drop, but this thing really moved. So that was nice if you basically traded this. So we had RCMT on the 11th. So where was that? So yeah, RCMT was just basically a pre-market high reject. This thing opened, popped up, it got slammed, boom, end of story. This thing, I mean, it moved from the threes the day before to 7, right? And then it gapped up some more, and then kept going up in pre-market. Now I'm noticing like a lot of these moves are happening in pre-market. They just kind of happen, they rip in pre-market and open, and then they fade. I really don't like that. I like the moves to happen where it opens, maybe a little bit of action in pre-market, and it opens, and then sustained move to the upside, and then it just keeps going, and continuation the next day, and then the day after that. Okay, I don't like these like crazy pop and drops, and then most of the action is actually in pre-market, and a lot of people don't even trade pre-market because there's like low volume. Okay, but this was a pre-market high reject. I'm sure some people shorted this thing. So, I mean, I'm not a short bias trader, but if I was, I probably would have shorted it too. All right, so today I traded, well, actually, there was, let's take a look at the gappers here. Let's go on the 5 minute here. Let's go on the 5 minute. So the CLEU, ARTL, WAFU, WNW, this was a beast actually. HYLN, SOS, CLSN, SERS, and I think Grill. Yeah, it's a Grill. So, all right. So how this with this stock basically? I mean, this basically just opened, popped up, and faded. Nothing to see there. This stock opened up. Just kind of like chopped around a little bit, and it ripped. And now with this, I actually just I was watching the tape. I just saw the tape. Buyers were stepping in. Every time it'll break 3, buyers would come back. It'll break 3, buyers would come back. So I just basically just bought the dips, and then it popped up. WAFU, I didn't trade this. The only trade I took today was ARTL. That was like the only trade. But WAFU is just a pump and then dump. WNW. Now WNW is one of those China names, but man, was this thing crazy? It was a crazy mover. I mean, this thing went from like 13s yesterday all the way to 38. That's ridiculous. It's crazy ridiculous, man. But you got to be careful with some of these Chinese stocks, man. They just skip on air. A lot of times they don't have any major fundamental news. They just gapping up. It's manipulated. So you really got to be careful when you're trading these China names. This is what Wong's Net Technology. I don't even know if I'm saying that right. Wunong. All right. So there's HYLN. That was another gap and crap. SOS. Now SOS started basing out and then just came back up, but I didn't trade this. And then CLSN. I just knew this was not going to do much. It just basically opened, chopped around just like the previous day, and then SERX opened, faded. Okay, so that was that though. Crazy. We had crazy momentum this week, so hopefully the momentum is sustained and just carries us throughout the month. Historically, in the small cap land, you have the best months they're usually from, I would say, like October. It's like you have October, November, December, December and January. December to January are really, really good. Those are like crazy momentum months. December to February, and then March. It's kind of there's some momentum, obviously, but not as much as February. And then April, things just kind of start dying down a little bit, and then May it just dies down. So from May all the way down to September, you kind of have these. You have dead action in small cap land. But, I mean, with the exception of like last summer, where, people got their stimulus and a lot of people were staying at home trying to trade, you had those Robinhood traders trading. And yeah, we had crazy action. Like I had never seen a summer like that, like last year. It was just ridiculous, man. Like you had Kodak, you had U1. Oh my God! We had crazy runners. Let's see, BYFC. We had DPW. We had there was U1K. There was a bunch of stocks. So yeah, So that was like I think that was like a one-off event, right? But I think, well, actually, I take that back. I think in 2000 and I think either 2016 or 2017, we had a crazy summer as well. But from my memory, 2020 was like the craziest I've ever seen. So that's that, guys. You guys have been great listening to me. So the announcement I wanted to make is, as you guys know, the guys in chat, I'm no longer a member of Mad As Money. So, I decided to take my talents to South Beach and join the Lakers. No, what was that? Join the Heat. No, I'm playing. Just a little, LeBron. Just a little LeBron joke in there, all right? But I decided to take my talents elsewhere. And it was a great experience. I really, really enjoyed talking to you guys on the mic. Every time I get on the mic, I get a lot of love, and I always appreciate it. And I made a lot of I made some friends. I made some friends from the chat. Those hopefully those friendships turn into lasting friendships. It was just a great experience. Great experience. Met a lot of people in the community, thank you for giving me the opportunity to share my talents with you, share my thought process on everything from stocks to sports, crypto, just in life in general, really. And I really appreciate it. It was a great experience. Loved working with Max. Worked with Shia. He was a great guy. Chris Verma was awesome. Just a few of the people in chat. It was just a great experience. So, I just thought that my talents would be best suited in another capacity. And so if you guys stay tuned, next week Friday I have a major announcement that I'll be dropping on my Twitter, so feel free to follow me at Market Omega, guys. Turn on notifications so you don't want to miss that announcement. You clearly do not want to miss the announcement, okay? And also, obviously, subscribe to my YouTube channel. Just click on the post notifications so you get notified every time I upload new content. All right. So follow me on Twitter, Market Omega, and you can follow me on YouTube as well, and even Instagram. I don't really post much stock-related stuff on Instagram, but if you want to take a sneak peek into my private life, then feel free to follow me on Instagram as well at MarkGQ. Okay, so you can just follow me on Instagram as well, and major announcement, guys. Major announcement coming next Friday. So it's gonna be announced on my Twitter. Okay, so feel free to follow me. You don't want to miss it. I think you're going to love it. All right. You guys have been great. Have a wonderful weekend. Take care of yourself and your family. And I'll see you guys next week for another weekly recap. Take care.